Today I'm going to show you the 2021 Volkswagen ID.4 in the 3 different trim levels that they come in. We have the Pro, the Pro S, and the First Edition. These 3 models are all rear-wheel drive, but you do have the availability to get all-wheel drive in each of these trim levels. All right, the First Edition came out in the first year of the ID.4, and this one comes with nicer rims. It also comes with the silver trim and a different interior. It has a white steering wheel that we'll show you here in a second, and white door panels on it. So this one's a First Edition, so it comes with this really cool white steering wheel, has white on the door panels, white on the dash, and options wise it's the exact same as a Pro S, but it just has those little details to make it the First Edition. So the First Edition and the Pro S, they come with a lot of really fun options, different things like ambient lighting, where you can change the color of the dash at night, and you have some different options. You can also customize it, and it makes it look really cool at night. So in 2021 for this car, they started adding what they call haptics. So you can touch everything on here. You can turn the volume up right there just by sliding your finger. Also can do that here. And then you can do that for air conditioning, all the different things, and it's just really smooth and works really well. You can also do the sound. You can really customize it just by sliding these. And then you have the focus where you could put it, say you have kids sleeping in the back and you don't want them to wake up, you can move it up to the front real easy, or you can recenter it by pressing that button. The First Edition and the Pro S both have moonroofs available, where the Pro does not have the panoramic moonroof. They have a ton of safety on them, including lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, lane change system or side assist. It has dynamic road display where it'll tell you the speed limit and the different warnings coming up. It also has the front assist where it has emergency braking if you need it, and just tons of safety on this car. They did not spare any expense on safety. So this car can just be customized in so many different ways. You can set a speed alert, you can do different things for the road signs, the safety, all kinds of stuff. It also has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay and works great. One of my favorite options on the Pro S in the First Edition is massage seats, and it has settings for the seats. So if you have a couple different drivers in the house, you can have different presets for their seat position. One really cool thing they did on these two is they attached the shifter and the display for the speed instrument cluster to the steering wheel, so you can always have it right where you need it. Sometimes we see car companies that only give the driver the best settings. So on this car, one really cool thing they did is both sides have the seat settings, and they have the massage seats for both front passengers. On the driver's door panel, you have child lock. You have your locks for all the doors. You also have these cool window switches where you can do just the front windows, and then to do the rear, you just hit that rear button. It also has the mirrors that fold in, so if you want to do that, you just switch it to here, and then the mirrors fold in. Last night I was driving the Pro S that we're going to show you in just a minute, and I went to punch it, and it was on Eco, and I thought, man, that's really slow. And then I remembered there's a mode for the speed settings, so you can do Eco, Comfort, or Sport. And I always like the Sport. Gives it a little more power, keeps it a little closer to what some of the faster electric cars will do. A really cool option on the First Edition and the Pro S is easy open for the trunk. Check this out. They also have a really good sized trunk, making it a very functional car. The back seats also fold down. You also have an option of a pass-through, or you can do the 60-40 split on the back seat when you put it down. The back seat has a lot of leg room. It also has a nice armrest with cup holders and USB-Cs for your rear passengers and rear air conditioning. All right, so we're now in the Pro S. Options-wise, it's just like the first edition, but this one thing I like, I'm a little nervous for the white steering wheel. This one has a black steering wheel. I'm also loving the dash on this one with the brown and the white stitching. It looks awesome. One of my favorite things on the ID.4, I keep getting in other cars and I go to put it in gear and it doesn't go. But one of the really cool things on an ID.4 is when you sit in it, it senses the key, you put your foot on the brake, the car starts, you put it in gear and you're ready to go. A couple really cool things on the climate system on the ID.4 is you have Smart Climate, Classic Climate, and Air Care. Smart Climate will be the most efficient for the battery when you drive it. Classic Climate's gonna work just like any other air conditioner. And then another thing that's really cool is the Air Care. You can turn this on when you get in the car, and living here in Arizona, we have our monsoon storms and we have springtime like everyone else. This cleans the air and it makes it a much better environment for you. Another really cool thing are the lights. You just swipe them like that and they turn on. One other thing they do on the first edition is they give it a little nicer rim than the Pro S and the Pro. The Pro S and the Pro still have a really nice looking rim though. One of the other things I really love on the ID.4s are the headlights. Check them out. The headlights aren't just your normal headlights either. They have cornering in them, so when you turn, they turn with you. And they have the LED that goes across. It looks super cool at night. So now we're gonna get in the Pro. I love this color on this particular Pro. You'll also notice exact same rims as the Pro S, so it still has a really good look. We're gonna go inside to show you the main differences. One of the main differences with the Pro versus the Pro S is the Pro has cloth seats where the other ones have the faux or synthetic leather seats. Also, the Pro does not have the panoramic moonroof. Sometimes other manufacturers will skimp on safety, but on this one, being the Pro, it still has all the same safety as a Pro S or a first edition. One other thing to point out on the Pro S and the first edition, the first edition has a 20-inch rim versus a 19-inch rim. All right, let's go for a drive. All right, so we have it in sport mode to give it a little extra power, and it has a really good takeoff. The Pro S and the first edition also have navigation. One thing that can help you save battery, instead of turning the heater on, you have heated seats in the winter. So the range on an ID.4, you can get between 240 and 260 miles. That's of course if you're not using all the nice things. You might get that more in the winter time when you don't have the heater on or the air conditioner on. So we're getting ready to put this one on the charger. It's time to do it. It's down to 34%. For around town, Volkswagen recommends only charging it to 80%. But if you're going on a longer drive and you know you're gonna be out a little longer, you can go all the way up to the 100% charge. All right, so there's 3 different chargers you can use for this car. There's the 110 volt. It takes 83 hours, so we don't recommend that one. It'll just trickle charge it. Then you have the 240 volt that we have here at the car lot. This one will charge it fully in about 7.5 hours. And then there's a level 3 fast charger that you can use at some places in town. That only takes 38 minutes to get it up to an 80% charge. So that's all 3 trim levels of the ID.4. They're all super cool. No matter which one you go with, you're gonna get a great option. You also, if you haven't had a chance to drive an ID.4, I highly recommend you come down and try one out. Which one would you choose? Would it be the Pro S, or the first edition?